Hey there and welcome back. So today what we are doing is we are looking at a different side of the hobby, one of the models to go alongside for the same scale, but this one has a difference. This is a bit of a special one. So this model is from Oxford. It's a 176. As you can see, it's a fire engine, but it has had a little bit of a modification done with it. Now, I'm guessing either by the title or maybe the thumbnail, you'll already see what that is. But let's have a look at this. And it is going to be a giveaway right from the get-go, because when I pick it up to look at it, you'll see that there's a wire underneath. And yep, that's it. This has lights. Now, it doesn't have sound with it. It only has the lights. But yeah, this has been modified. And some, like this one, come with a wire, and some of them you can get, and they actually have like a little switch built in underneath, but this one has a wire. So it kind of, if you put it in place, unless you hide the wire really well, it doesn't really mean that you can move it around the layout much. It's kind of more going to be more static when it just stays there. But you know, that is kind of what it is. You know, there are ways that you can hide and that you can move it around, and you can always cut this down to make it a bit less visible. So let's get into actually looking at this, and we'll start from the front like we would with a locomotive. So as you can see, we have a Scania fire truck, and it's got an absolutely amazing amount of detail on this. Unfortunately, the doors aren't open. As you can see, the wing mirrors are fitted separately, so are the beacons on top. If I remember rightly, the legs do come out of this, because as you can see, we have a ladder. All the wheels, all the axles turn, and the replication of the tyres here, it does actually feel like rubber. It's not just like a hard plastic, so that's a great little touch. And as we're working around looking at it, you can see none of these move or work, but the way that these have been done look really authentic, look like the real thing, a very good way. And you can see there is one of the little lights already. So we'll move this around. As you can see, we've got another leg here which will pop out, and then round the back again, the doors and everything don't open. But as you can see, it does look really good, and here the lights what have been fitted. Now obviously these have to be drilled in, but you can see that it doesn't take anything away from the model. They do look really good, really nicely fitted, and look at it, it's even got a registration plate on it. Now let's take it around the side. This is just like the other side of it. You see the great livery there, the great application of all the decals. As you can see, you've got more to do with the lights here, and up top it's got a fantastic set of detailing with the ladder, and then you've got the hose attachment up here. So let's pop this down, and then let's have a look at this ladder. Now I may have to move the camera, so if you see a quick change, it's not worked and I've had to cut it in. So with the ladder, it lifts up from the back, and the ladder pivots a full 360 degrees, which is fantastic. Now we'll point out that these ladders on the side here, these don't move. But as you can see, this is an actual piece of rubber hosing. Let me just try and do this without, there we go. As you can see, if you pull too hard with the top bit, it will come out, so you have got to be careful. But the rest of this, if I do that, and I do that, the whole, we'll leave it like this, there we go. The whole of that ladder extends out, and it'll go out to shot, but you can see it goes at a decent angle up into the air, like so, I'll just bring that in a bit closer. No, that's not the best bit, but... And it still pivots all around. So you can see there, you've got a good, I would say a good 8-9 inches coming out to the front of that truck. So it gives some reach if you want it to get to somewhere that's tall or anything like that. Or you want something a bit different, you want it to hang over something. So you do have a good bit of articulation with this. And again, it all slots in. Yeah, my finger was in the way then, so it is a nice smooth action, but yeah, if a finger's not in the way, it does help. And then that tucks away really nicely in the back. I just pop that in. Ah, there we go. And that is absolutely fantastic. I think my only thing is this hose does stick out on the front here, but if you've got it set up in its proper position, everything looks fine with it. And I suppose you may be able to take that off if you do wish. But whether the real things have a little hose like this, I'm not 100% sure, so you'd have to let me know in the comments. But it's nothing that personally that bothers me. But yeah, so this is an absolute fantastic looking fire truck. Now what we'll do, we'll get the battery, because I'll show you what you need to power this, and bearing in mind that everything is different with different models, different voltages and what have you. So this is just for this model alone. So just a disclaimer out there, don't go finding one with lights and just whacking on a battery what I'm showing you, because you may find it's not the right one. It could blow all the lights. So yeah, always make sure that you check what it actually needs. Don't just go off what somebody's saying you, because they aren't in here as I've got them stored away. This did come with a very small instruction book saying that it does require the particular type of battery I'm going to show you to work this model. So let's get that set up and we'll come back for you guys what's going to be in a very short second. Okay, so here we go, and we have, as you can see, a 9V battery. Now what I've done, I'm going to show you on the layout there is one of these. Obviously this is my one for when I get my layout sorted. So I've just popped the battery on here for now, and we have to be careful with this. As you can see, I've just done a bit of a mock-up so you can see, because the one on the layout does have a battery like this, but it has an inline switch which is wired up underneath through the layout. So if I touch this wire, and that is static, so I can move this around and show you all over the vehicle. So let me just hold this on here, and as you can see, it comes to life. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to turn the lights down off the camera so you can see this a bit better, and look how amazing when the battery's working. There we go. Look, there we go. Look how amazing this is. Now unfortunately the camera, I will zoom in a little bit, but unfortunately the camera just does not do this justice with the lights. On the camera these are looking very pale, but I can assure you they're a really bright vivid blue. Obviously you've got the white lights at the front. I'll move this around and see you've got the flashing light at the back. Again, that looks white, but as I'm physically looking at it, is a absolutely wonderful vivid blue. And then if we turn this around, look at them on the back. They are fantastic. Yes, they do look like an orange colour, but I assure you they are bright red. So as you can imagine, and what I will do right at the end of this video, I will just do a very little video clip of this on the layout, or the one on the layout of a nighttime, so you can see how, well, just how much it lights up and how bright it is. So yeah, this is an absolute fantastic addition to a railway. It doesn't have to be stationed like physically doing any form of like a rescue or anything like that. You could simply just have this on the road flashing away, or in a depot, and that is just such, yeah, I moved my hand then, that is just such an absolute incredible looking thing to add onto your layout. And double O gauge, it's 156 in size. So there we go. So what I'll do, I'll quickly take you over to the layout so you can see the one that's there and how that's positioned. So that will be a little bit of like a free-handed camera, so I'll do my best with that. But so we'll take you to there, and then we'll give you that clip right at the end of it in nighttime mode. Or should I say, not nighttime mode, when it's dark and switched on. So let's get over to the layout. Okay, so here is this one on the layout. So as you can see, we've got some firefighters with this just to make it a bit more real. I kind of don't know why that guy's head is leaning on the roof. He must be having a bad day. But as you can see, we've got the poor old bloke up there who's got stuck, and the nice fire guys are there to rescue him. So you can already see with the reflection of the lamppost, of the building, how much light this is putting out. And also wired into the same system, there is a police car. Now unfortunately that's in position, so I won't be able to remove that and to do a proper review on it. But as you can see, that looks just as good, just as amazing. And we've got the legs out on it there. Now unfortunately, as you can see, the legs don't fully touch the floor. But I suppose if in real life, you know, you would have supporting blocks under there because of uneven ground or what have you. So that's something that you can make yourself, to put a couple of little blocks under there. That'd be a great little project to try. And then here, this was a little extra what came with the firefighting guys. You've got like this street hose there, supposed to be running into back of the truck and trying to avoid the trees. As you can see, there's the back. So there we go. So what I'll do from me, I'll end the video here just looking at this. So thank you for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it and looking at something different to do with the hobby. And hit that like and subscribe. And I can't believe it, just over 400 subscribers. That is absolutely ridiculous. Thank you so very, very much for everyone who's liked, supported and commented since I've started this. And what I'll do at the end, I'll put a little bit of nighttime footage in. I won't put any sound or talk or anything like that, but just right before the end so you can have a look and see what that's like. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Again, I hope you've liked this video. Like, subscribe, comment, big thumbs up, and as always, we shall see you in the next video.